I've heard you guys are thinking about having Left 4 Dead with Left 4 Dead. Do you make it easy for people to play it? Because, if you're playing one of the new campaigns, you want to play one of the old campaigns, you don't want to switch. Is that really going to be a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at what's the most elegant way to sort of, keep the games together in a sense. I mean, this is a full sequel, so it's not necessarily going to just plug in with the other one. But we know that, from our days of doing Counter-Strike and Team Fortress and whatnot, the multiplayer games, it's best to sort of keep the community together as much as you can. So a really good example of something we have worked out already is if you're using the SDK right now to make new maps or campaigns, they'll be playable in either game. So that's sort of one step that we're taking to sort of a more elegant solution for keeping the community together. And we're still looking at exactly how that will be with the content that we're producing.
Now, are you able to tell us what's new to the versus and multiplayer and things like that other than just...
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we saw, again, from looking at how people were playing the game in the wild. One really good example is the finales or the mini finales. People figured out pretty quickly that if everybody just backs up against the wall and lets the zombies come to them, that it's a lot easier than if you're in a position where they can attack you from 360. So what we've done now is the finales have been reworked so that basically you're kind of running gauntlet. You got to move to get to the end of the finale, and so that keeps you back up off the wall. To quote Michael Jackson before he had plastic surgery.
Wow, there's a reference.
I got millions of
them. Right now.
The old man speaks, but that's one way to sort of keep the gameplay fresh and to sort of continue to beat people into submission to play as a team. That's one of the things is, Left 4 Dead was sort of unapologetically unforgiving in sort of beating people into playing like a team. If you didn't play as a team, chances of winning were, slim to none.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things, again, where we're beating people to play like a team and to keep people from sort of gaming the game, if you will.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like it. I preferred it that way, actually, because it's like, you actually have to make sacrificial choices. Like, no, dude, leave me behind, go, just to try and reach the chopper or whatever.
Yeah, real consequence to it. Made you think about how you're playing. Another thing that we're doing is sort of like health packs were always in safe rooms last time, so you knew if you just held out to the safe room, you would get a health pack, and that would be groovy. And in
take them away.
And in versus mode, that sort of left a target out. So there was an opportunity that if you took the health packs out of the safe rooms and put them in ambulances or in CETA vans that are around the environment in New Orleans and the other places that the campaigns take place, then you have another target that you have to make a decision on. The survivors, need help, but they know if they're going to the, these vans or whatever, chances are the people playing as the boss infected are kind of going to be keeping an eye on that because they know you're going to come by there. So it gives folks a new target, if you will, in versus mode, and gives you a new consequence to sort of think about how you manage your health along the way.
Cool. And are you still doing the whole theme at the end where it's kind of like a 28 Days Later movie, zombie movie, cutscene, little, like you got the posters and they're all characters.
Right.
Are you still carrying through with that?
Absolutely. So, we've named the French Quarter campaign The Parish, and I think we've released that trailer online. And each of the campaigns this time will have their own movie to introduce each one. We actually had a lot of people email us thinking that No Mercy was the whole game because it had the movie, and then it rolled those credits of how many zombies were killed in the making of this campaign and whatnot.
Yeah, that was cool.
So we had to sort of let them know, like, no, actually there's 3 more of those, go back, but each one will, now have a movie in addition to the poster and its own theme. Each one will also have its unique piece of gameplay. For example, in The Parish or the French Quarter campaign that we're showing here, we have zombies in hazmat suits who are invulnerable to fire. So if you throw a Molotov or you use the incendiary weapons or ammo, which we have now, bullets of fire, the normal zombies will light fire and whatnot, and then all of a sudden you'll see one guy come cruising through in a hazmat suit after you. So he's unique to the Parish or the French Quarter campaign, and each of the campaigns will have their own little bit of spice, if you will, or their own unique bit of gameplay or characters.
Yeah, so a little bit of that, it's a strategy.
Right, and to give each one its own sort of mark in addition to the art and the navigation of it.
I see, cool. Well, we're kind of running out of time. I could talk about this all day, actually, because I love this game. Did I mention that? It's amazing. Anything you wanted to close out with or that you might not have mentioned?
Yeah, well, I mean, when is it coming out for what platforms? And I have to ask this because everyone wants to know. Episode 3.
First, the question I can't answer is it's coming out on Xbox 360 and the PC November 17th, which is the 1-year anniversary of the first game, and ironically, the 11th year anniversary of Half-Life 1. And on the Half-Life note, that's all I can say about Half-Life.
All right.
Burn.
But if folks are coming to Comic-Con or PAX, the game will be playable there at those public showings, so if folks want to get their hands on Left 4 Dead 2 before the game comes out. That'll be an opportunity this summer.
Excellent.
So start saving for those plane tickets.
There you go.
Unless you're us, and then we can go for free. It definitely looks like another adrenaline rush of a game. And speaking of adrenaline rushes, and sometimes when I can pronounce that, you'll want to make sure to stay tuned for even more E3 excitement. Woot!